Hello, the time has come for me to do another Instagram updates video. Now, it hasn't even been that long since my last one, but the amount of updates I have in this video, significant. This is probably the longest one, maybe not in length. I don't know, it's definitely the video where I have the most updates for sure. So get ready because some of them are like pretty game changing. I'm gonna jump right into the updates, but before I do that, if you like videos like this, then please hit the subscribe button because I upload content every single week. Let's get to it. Okay, so the first update has not been rolled out to everyone yet. However, Instagram have officially announced it, which means that it's definitely in testing and it should be available to a lot of people, hopefully, soon. Now, this update is an in-app scheduling tool for Instagram. So essentially what this will allow you to do is upload some content, write your caption, do all that fun stuff, and then schedule for it to go live at a later date. Now, a lot of people will be like, yay, rejoice at this update, and they have every reason to be happy about it because it's a very useful update, right? Do I think that everyone will be jumping to use Instagram's in-app scheduling tool and ditching all their other scheduling tools straight away? No, I don't. And the reason why is because one of the biggest benefits of using another scheduling tool like the Laters of the world, that's the one that I currently use, is that you're able to have a holistic view on all of the content that you are sharing across your channel over the next month, few months, or at least the next couple of weeks. You're also able to like drag and drop and rearrange your content to make sure that it's visually appealing as well, which doesn't matter to everyone, but it definitely does matter to some people, right? So the reason why I bring up these additional features is because Instagram's in-app scheduling tool does not quite have that capability yet. At the moment, it looks like this. And as you can see, what this suggests is that you will be able to schedule your content in Instagram, but that is pretty much it. Like you could set a time and a date, but that's it. You won't be able to holistically look at all the content you've got going. You won't be able to move things around to make sure that everything looks great. It's just going to kind of begin and end with you setting a time and date for your content to go live. So for a lot of people, that's enough, but for others, it won't be enough. So I guess we'll just see how it goes down. Regardless, very helpful update for Instagram to implement. Next update for you, Instagram are testing, so this is another test one, guys. Instagram are testing music in profiles.
What?
They're testing the ability for us to add a song to our profile page. So it's literally going to be a song to our bio. What it's giving, guys, is MySpace. How many of you are old enough to remember the good old days of MySpace and having your favorite song on your MySpace page? Because that is what it is giving, right? I have no idea of the ins and outs of this update yet, so I don't know if it's going to be like you land on someone's page and the song just starts playing like it did in the MySpace days, or if it's like you land on someone's page then you have to click to play the song. I have no idea how I would even go about using this feature. The pressure of trying to find one song that effectively communicates to people who you are and what your vibe is immense. I remember having that feeling when I was like 14, trying to pick a song for MySpace and then eventually settling on like some Usher tune. I'm aging myself significantly in this video. Regardless, that is an update that's coming to Instagram. So I really want to hear from you guys in the comments. Like, what do you think about that update? How are you going to use it? Do you already know what song you're going to pick? Like, I want to hear it all. Okay, so next up, Instagram have officially announced their brand new creator portfolio. This is an exciting one. So again, it's an update that I cannot promise that you have access to right now, but Instagram have officially announced it. So I'm guessing we're going to have access to it soon. What it essentially is a media kit. So in case you don't know what a media kit is like a CV or a resume for creators and influencers. It's a short document which allows creators and influencers to showcase who they are, their personality, their best work, the brands they've worked with in the past, their key statistics, and they share them with potential brand partners as a way for the brand partner to have a nice holistic view of the creator's social media channels and how their content performs. So Instagram are creating an in-app version of this, which I think is very innovative. Do you know what, guys? I'm just going to tell you, I've never known how properly to pronounce that. Is it innovative or innovative? Can someone specifically from the UK tell me? Because I'm guessing it's pronounced differently in different locations and maybe that's why I'm getting confused. Regardless, it's very forward thinking of them to create a creator portfolio, which is basically another version of Creators Media Kit that they can produce inside the Instagram app, but that they can also share with potential brand partners inside the Instagram app. Now, this is all forming part of their creator marketplace strategy. And if you're not sure what that is, it's essentially another in-app feature where brands can find creators to work with inside the Instagram app. So they can have a look at their stats and have a look at their content all within the Instagram app when they access this thing called Creator Marketplace. So essentially, the creator portfolio is another way for brands and creators to work together easily and seamlessly all within the Instagram app. Now, there's obvious reasons why Instagram would want to create something like this. The more features that they release that encourage both creators and brands to facilitate working together on Instagram and not outside of Instagram through email or wherever else, the better it is for Instagram's platform. The more reliant we all become on Instagram as a platform. So it makes complete sense from their side. I also do not think it's going to be a bad thing from our side, from the creator's perspective or from the brand's perspective. I think it sounds like it will be a really easy way for us to accumulate some of our best work and for us to share it with potential brands in a way that is easily validated and in a way that a brand can very easily verify the data and all this other information that a creator is sharing with them. So I think it works for all parties all round. 10 out of 10 for me on this update, Instagram. I'm a fan. Okay, so another one. Instagram are testing a 4x5 home feed. Now, if you don't know what I mean by that, I'm basically referring to the ratio of the photos and the reel covers that we see on Instagram profiles when we are browsing different people's profiles. At the moment, when you go onto someone's Instagram page, you see this. You see all of their content and all of their reels covers displayed to you in a 1x1 format. It's a square, right? Everything is square. Now, Instagram are testing a different approach to this. And what they're testing is a 4x5 feed, which means that when you go on someone's Instagram page, it might look like this. And this is essentially a version where all of the reels covers and all of the photos are actually displayed in a 4x5 format rather than a square format. Now, why would Instagram be entertaining such a wild thing? Well, they're probably doing it for a few reasons. One, the ratio is similar to TikTok's ratio, which might be part of the reason. Another reason why they might be exploring this is because it just suits the type of content that we upload better. Now, not everyone has made the transition to consistently uploading vertical footage or photos yet, but a lot of us have. And if you haven't yet, I really encourage you to start doing so. Start uploading videos, which are 9x16. That is the best video format for Instagram. It's basically any vertical footage, right? And also when you upload photos and carousels and stuff like that, try to upload content that's 4x5, and that's a vertical format too. Just prep yourself, because I have a hunch that this one is going to be rolled out, but I don't think it will be soon. I reckon they'll phase the rollout of this so they don't disrupt people too much and cause too much anguish, right? So I think this one will come though. So let's all prepare ourselves and get ourselves in a good position so that when it does come and it is rolled out, all of our content looks great because it's already vertical and it's already 4x5. Next update, this one has already come to a lot of profiles, and it is that you can now add multiple links to your bio. So I actually polled my audience on this recently because I suddenly got this update and I had never seen it before. I hadn't even heard about it before, which is weird for me because that is my job. So something fell through the net there. But I didn't know that this was a thing. So I polled my audience and I was like, do you guys know about this feature? And majority of people said no, but I got a lot of DMs from people saying, yeah, I've had this for like a year. So it's mixed in regards to who has this now and who's had this for a while. But what it essentially does is it allows you to link to multiple links from your bio. It's not just one link anymore. Now you might be thinking, okay, are people gonna start ditching the Kojis, the link trees, the milkshakes of the world? And if you don't know what I'm referring to, all of those websites that I just referenced are basically websites which allow you to aggregate multiple links in one place. So you know when you go on someone's bio, you click on it and they have other links on it. So they say like shop my Amazon short storefront or whatever. They got multiple links there. That's because they used a link aggregation tool like Linktree. Koji is the one that I use. Milkshake is another really popular one. Now, you might be wondering, are people going to ditch all of those tools because now you can link to multiple different websites using Instagram itself? And it's a similar answer to the one that I gave previously when I was talking about scheduling. Probably not. And the reason why is because adding multiple links on Instagram is useful, but it's not as robust as these third-party platforms and the offers that they have. So for example, I'll show you here what it looks like when I add multiple links using Instagram's new feature. And then here, I'm going to show you what my bio looks like with multiple links using Koji. they're pretty different, right? Like there's so much more that I can do with my Koji link. I can add a video, I can add more text, I can add icons, and you can do that with these other versions of this tool as well. So it looks so different that I don't think people are gonna rush to ditch their link aggregator tool just yet. If Instagram continue to update this feature and they manage to get it to a place where it can compete with these other third parties, then maybe people will ditch the third parties, but I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Okay, so this feature is in testing. This is like a leaked one. Instagram haven't announced it yet, so we don't know if this is gonna happen or not. But it's essentially a change to how we navigate content on Instagram. So what they're exploring, at least at the moment, is adding a drop-down menu to everyone's profile pages. So at the moment, how our content is organized is under tabs. So there's like a feed tab, there's a Reels/video tab. If you have Instagram subscriptions, there might be a subscriptions tab. If you've got guides, there'll be a guides tab, and then there's like the tabs, right? Now, what Instagram are exploring is grouping all of that under a drop-down menu, which looks something like this. So what that would mean is that when we're going on people's profiles and we're searching through their content, we can hit the drop-down menu and actually select what type of content we want to see. So for example, do you want to see the reels or the videos or the tagged items, etc. Now, I think this is an interesting feature. I don't think it's anything groundbreaking. I don't know if it's going to be released yet, because in this leaked photo that we can see here, it actually still says video. And as we now know, well, you might not know that, but I know that video and reels are now combined. They've been merged. So there's not a separate place for video content anymore, which suggests that this leaked photo is pretty old. I'm putting my, like, what's that word? Like detective hat on? Do detectives wear hats? I don't know. Regardless, I'm being a detective, and yeah, I'm trying to figure out how likely this update is to come to Instagram, and my guess is not that likely, but I still wanted to tell you guys about it because, you know, that's what I'm here for. All right, another top secret update that has been leaked that may not come into fruition, but I'm going to tell you about anyway, are these achievement badges that Instagram is working on, which basically just gives you like a pat on the back if you're doing something good. Like if you're creating really great reels, you get this achievement badge, which will say something like trendsetter or like creative streak, which is basically telling you like, hey buddy, you're doing a great job, keep going. Now, is this going to actually incentivize anyone? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm projecting here because I know full blown well that that would not incentivize me, but I think I'm projecting onto you guys. So can you let me know in the comments if you started to get like badges or like some kind of in-app celebration which says to you, well done, you're doing well, keep on creating. Like, would that make you want to continue creating? Because as I say that, even though I'm convinced that that wouldn't make me want to continue creating, I'm not going to lie, on YouTube, it sometimes gives you this like confetti celebration when you've uploaded a video that is performing better than all your other recent content. And that does give me a bit of an endorphin hit. I'm not gonna lie to you. So maybe I would be incentivized by those badges. I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that update and whether they will actually help you create better reels. I like to think that one day someone who works at Instagram will watch this video and they'll actually look at your comments and they'll use your comments to inform future updates. How incredible would that be if the comment section under these videos like start to actually influence how Instagram works? I mean, this is very much a pipe dream, but wouldn't that be nice? Okay, very last one, and this is potentially the most significant one. Instagram are testing a feature which will allow creators to directly tell Instagram what their content is about. So this is called Topics, and I want to take a second to shout out to the creator who DM'd me with a screenshot of this update, because I didn't know that this update had existed until she had DM'd me, and for the love of me, I cannot find your message again. So I'm so sorry that I haven't followed up on our conversation if you're watching this, but thank you. I really appreciate you sending me it, right? So essentially what this update does is that it allows creators to tell Instagram, hey Instagram, this video was about fashion. Now, this is incredibly significant because Instagram is now an app that is solely centered on relevancy. So the whole driving force of Instagram at the minute is to recommend relevant content to people, which means that the best way for us to grow as creators on the platform is for us to ensure that Instagram are super clear on what our content is about so that it shares it to a relevant audience. right? And if you want more information on that, I dive super deep into this whole topic in this video, so I recommend giving it a watch. But for now, all you need to know is that relevancy is key. So if relevancy is super key, one of the biggest challenges that we have as creators is how do we ensure that Instagram knows what our content is about? Well, Instagram are now working on a way which will give us the control to tell Instagram what our content is about. So I think this is a great update. This is going to mean that we will find it easier to tell Instagram what our content is about. It means that Instagram will be able to recommend more relevant content to our audience. So genuinely, this is going to help everyone. It's going to make a better platform, and I'm very excited by the idea of it, and just brava. Great update, Instagram. Okay, so that is the end of today's video. I personally think there were so many good updates in this one. I'm not always convinced, but I'm pretty convinced by some of the updates that I spoke about. If you feel like hanging around, I recommend watching this video. It's all about the exact steps that you should follow to go from 0 to 10,000 followers on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching as always. Can't wait to see you in my next video.